Welcome to Behind the Magic, a podcast by Aradia's Closet. I'm Tanya, your host, and I'm with my friend Victor and my friend Steven today. And we're, in true fashion, talking about just random books off of the shelf. So Victor picked a few, Steven picked a few, and then I picked a few, and we are just going to go over those today. So thank you for joining me, guys.
No, thank you for having us.
Love to have you here. I think we should start with these. Last time Victor was here, we talked a little bit about Donald Michael Kraig, and I wanted to touch on that. And we actually have each of us have this copy, and then you can also get it.
And this
like
ginormous.
this. This is ginormous. I love it.
The deluxe edition.
Mm-hmm.
Deluxe edition.
But so yeah, last time you were here, Victor, we talked
If you
about
weren't
this
dead, you
book.
could get a signed autograph copy of it.
Yeah, you
But
could.
now he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Oh,
Yeah, he has passed away.
so many cool people are dead. But we
But
were.
Keith Richards is still alive. Isn't that amazing?
So yeah, this is a classic introductory book to ceremonial magic. And what are some of the aspects of it you would really enjoy, Stephen?
It's a hands-on guide. Yeah, and it was a very, very practical guide to what is known as Golden Dawn magic, basically. And it's not just a how-to manual. It's also inspirational. He gets you off the couch. You are not a armchair occultist under Mr. Craig's watch.
Yeah, and what this really introduces you to is the lesser banishing ritual of the
Very
pentagram.
important stuff.
Yeah, and the banishing ritual of the hexagram. And those are like the foundation pieces of Western ceremonial magic. It really gives you that entry into how to perform ritual in that way.
Right.
There were five components of ritual.
Right.
Yeah.
There was also the Rosicrucian. It was a ritual for invisibility, basically, but it was what is that? The
Rose Cross
The
ritual.
Rose Cross
ritual, which is a beautiful ritual.
Yeah, speaking of it, it's right there.
There we go.
Which is the ritual that you memorized in a different language? What was it?
So, comparatively, that's the thelemic version of the Golden Dawn banishing ritual, the LBRP.
Right.
But that's not in this book.
No.
Yeah, this goes over how to construct your basic tools and what sigils to put on them, and what to make them from, and then how to use each elemental tool according to Golden Dawn magic. And it gives you a basic understanding of the Kabbalistic tree of life. And it actually has Enochian in here, an introduction to Enochian, which is really cool. And it has that one, it has the, what is it, you conjure your fear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was looking for the name of that one. And it has a section on sex magic.
He has a whole another book on sex magic.
And it has talismanic magic, and it has some Goetia in here, or Goetia.
Goetic magic.
Yeah, some Goetic magic.
Right. But the thing I was saying about this book is that when you finish this book and you do all the exercises, you should be an Adeptus Minor, right?
Yeah, Adeptus Minor.
Adeptus Minor. And that's when I started talking about this one, the self-initiation into the Golden Dawn tradition, Cicero's. They have a couple of different books, too.
They also have a couple of temples around the country.
Do they?
Yes, they do. They're still initiating people as far as I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, since we're talking about introductory modern magic, Golden Dawn ritual stuff, we have an example of a fire wand.
That was one of the best things I ever got. Thank you so much for that.
So yeah, here's an example of a fire wand in the Golden Dawn magical tradition. And of course we have the other three, the pentacle, the chalice, and the dagger, of course. And the Golden Dawn tradition is backwards though. But it's just one of those things.
Yeah, still a lot of controversy over the element that the Golden Dawn assigns to the wand. It's a fire wand. Usually, I relate the wand to air. And
So do I.
And the
And
sword
the dagger,
to the dagger to fire.
Fire.
That still always made more sense to me.
Yeah, we can debate on that all night, but
We can indeed, and have.
This book also has a technique in it on how to astrally project yourself, does it not? I think it does.
I believe so.
Yeah.
It sure does. It covers a lot of stuff, but
It is an amazing book. It really is. If you're interested in magic and the Western tradition, Kabbalistic tradition, the Golden Dawn, this is a must own. Mm-hmm. You must own this book.
oh yeah,
That's all there is to it.
there's actually a tape. I said that
A
before.
tape?
There's a tape.
Hello, the 90s are calling.
Yeah, I have the tape, and then I remember, and I love this. I say this all the time. It's like a catchphrase almost. Remember, kids, Crowley rhymes with holy.
That's
Crowley
right.
rhymes with holy.
Yeah.
Not Crowley.
Not Crowley. Although I do love that song. I love.
Well,
all
he's
the-
definitely one of the main influences on this style of magic. Absolutely.
and the Ciceros too. I love them.
I don't understand how Ozzy Osbourne screwed that up, Mr. Crowley. Pretty obviously Crowley.
He thought it sounded better.
I don't know. Well, it's odd because he's an Englishman. Most Englishmen are pretty good at English.
So what's the low magic here?
Oh, low magic. Again, we have a bookmarker here where you stopped reading the book.
I'm glad I own it.
Next, we have Lon Milo Duquesne's book, Low Magic. I really like this book. I love the story he tells about his wife went out of town, and he moved the living room furniture out of the way, and he really super got into his magic.
It's definitely got an intriguing cover.
Yes.
Yeah, magical triangle on it.
Yeah. A very nicely illustrated book.
And this book has the ritual of Ganesh in it. This ritual,
which is a really, really fun ritual.
Really
yeah, you get
fun.
to dance in it. You get to spin
Yes.
around. Yeah.
What is the nursery rhyme?
Pop Goes the Weasel.
Pop Goes the Weasel. Yeah. So Lon Milo Duquesne writes with a lot of humor, but he balances a fine line between humor and seriousness because he's serious about this stuff. This guy, was really down on this.
Yeah, he really knows how to get you to read a book.
Yes.
This is very, very involved. Readable. It's very readable, friendly readable.
Right.
Well, because he tells you about his experience with the magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not just telling you, here's how you do these things. He's like,
I always loved his book, Magic of Thelema. Magic of Thelema.
Yes, that was a classic.
It was one of those books
That
I
got
really
you
latched
into it.
onto early on, and
Very
just
nice
really
stuff.
kind of guided me through ritual magic and doing ritual magic.
That was a good book. That was a great book.
And plus it had all the elements of Thelema in it, of course, as a mystical practice and even a religious practice.
Well, Milo's written a lot of books, and I can't think of one where he missed the boat or anything like that. He's just very, very good author.
That's an awesome book.
It is.
What's the other one here?
Fun. This one. This is Ritual Magic. What it is, how to do it. This is by Donald Tyson. He's written a lot of books for
I think I did read that one too.
Llewellyn, and did a lot of good stuff. This is the general survey. This is history, branches of magic. There's a chapter on Thelema, Aleister Crowley's.
Yeah, it looked like it had like a historical
Golden
backdrop,
Dawn.
Historical background, and then like some basic Solomonic magic in it for practice.
This is more in style of, it brings it a little more earthiness to it.
Yeah, this is a lot of occult history too, folks. Yeah, it really is. This is.
Yeah, I saw Cornelius Agrippa in there.
Yes, and you saw Aleister Crowley, and there's our old friend Asmodeus.
Oh, yes.
My Life with the Spirits is the other Lon Milo book that I like a lot. It talks about how he wound up in magic, and it's a very, very good personal history. He had spirit visitors when he was a child that he knew better than to say or tell his parents or anything like that. He just kept that to himself because he was uncomfortable thinking that people would think maybe he's nuts.
Yeah.
A lot of folks think we're nuts, but we're not, folks. We're not nuts.
No, we're totally nuts.
We are serious explorers in the occult.
So what else do we have? We have these tarot decks.
Tarot decks, yes. So I just wanted to talk about, I've had so many tarot decks through the years given to me, bought. We talked last podcast about the Aquarian Tarot.
Yes,
a couple of
a beautiful tarot.
And I had the Robin Wood, which I gave to my friend Aponte in Colorado. But I used the Rider-Waite. I just, when it comes down to it, I use the Rider-Waite.
It's the default tarot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, it's iconic.
A large majority of decks are based on the Rider-Waite.
Oh, absolutely.
Most of them are, really.
Yeah.
Most systems of magic today are based on the work of the Golden Dawn and Crowley's, the layman stuff.
I mean, that could be heresy in some circles.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, we're not burning witches tonight, though, are we? No, yeah. If you're a beginner and you're starting out with tarot, this is a deck you must have. It will literally, you can literally take this deck, okay? Don't, you know, form a divination or anything like that. You can just lay out 5 cards and make a story out of it, okay? You take that story, you write it in a journal, and you keep that journal. And before long, you're laying out cards and you're seeing patterns.
Yeah.
Right? And the patterns are predictive of what's likely to happen. Not necessarily ground in stone or anything like that, but it's what's likely to happen to give
as is all divination.
Yeah.
Yes, as is all divination.
What I call it psychic counseling. I say it takes a snapshot of your life and it says, here's where you're at.
Yes.
Based on what you've been doing. And here's where you're going to go if you keep doing this on this path. And if you want to make changes, you can.
You can.
Or you can just ignore it.
Or you can say, okay, well, that's fine.
I remember this deck, probably in my late teens, this Robin Wood Tarot deck. And what I remember about it specifically, it was very pagan-friendly.
Yes.
So it's like a Rider-Waite deck that's pagan-friendly.
You know what sold me on that tarot? This guy.
What?
This guy.
The magician?
Yeah. I saw that and I'm like, I am leaving the store with this. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, I don't care that I'm broke. I'm leaving the store with this tarot because I like this. Yeah. Very, very used too. I wish I had a timeline of when this was, I was using this. It's probably in the 80s though. More than likely. Box is still good. That's rare. Cards look good.
Oh, I love that death card.
Yes, it's beautiful. I was really I don't know why I don't use this tarot anymore. I haven't used that in a long time.
I just use my Rider-Waite.
Yeah.
I use my Rider-Waite and I do the Celtic Cross.
I think this Ibis Tarot is really intriguing.
And again, that's exactly why I bought that tarot. Not because I was interested in Egyptian history or magic or.
So it looks like it has a good
like
bit of course, Egyptian mythology in it. So it might be it might be if it's set up that way, it might be a good way to learn about some Egyptian mythology based on tarot, anyways. I can see Thoth, of course. And,
all the regulars.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know which goddess that is or god, but maybe you know.
Isis would be my first.
Put my eyeballs on and look at it.
It looks like Isis.
Yes, it's Isis. She has the wings.
Yep.
I haven't used this. I don't know. Do you like it?
I think I bought it just to collect it. You know, sometimes I do that. I'll buy a tarot because I like it. I'm not going to use it, but I'm going to collect it because I got a lot of tarot decks.
And oracles.
And oracles, yes.
So the difference between oracle and tarot, for those who don't know.
Oracle and tarot. Tarot is a specific type of divination, and oracle can be a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It can be ruin.
And a lot of these oracle decks you can get in the bookstore, they just seem very generically based on this.
They are. They're terrible.
You know?
I haven't bought one in a long time.
Yeah.
They just.
I've never had success with one.
No, they don't do anything for me. They really don't. You know. I just pass those over.
Some of them have good artwork and whatnot.
Yeah.
Are fun to have.
Yeah.
Like
if
the
I just
Druid.
wouldn't go to it. You know,
if you're going to collect them, it's, you know, I'll collect the tarot just because of the way it looks, you know.
The Druid
and
oracle.
have no intention.
It's like the runic tarot cards.
Oh,
yeah.
please. Really?
It's never done anything for me.
No. That's nuts. No. Yeah, but those are good tarots. I like them. This is a very pretty tarot, the Ibis or Ibis tarot.
It looks very nice.
Yeah, it's a cool tarot. I like it.
All right. Well, I guess that's about it. We went over a few different things. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Victor, for coming again.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Stephen.